Hey everyone, thank you guys so much for being here today. The Game Awards were last night, and I just want to do a really quick recap of everything that was announced. We went through all of this stuff on Twitch, like way more in detail, so if you want to get all of my thoughts, you can check them out there. But I just made a quick list of everything that I'm interested in checking out that's coming out in the near future and everything that was announced. So first up, we had Post Trauma. This game looks really, really good, inspired by the old horror games with new graphics and mechanics. Looks really cool, though. It is, I don't think we have a date on that. No date on it, but looks really, really good. Post Trauma. Next one was Atomic Heart, which we have coming on February 20th. Super, super excited for this one. We've known about this one for a very long time, so I can't wait to finally get to play this. I hope that this game plays as good as it looks because it looks incredible. Super excited for that one. Viewfinder is a really, really cool looking game. This reminds me a lot of the game Superliminal, if anyone saw it or played that. It also kind of reminds me a little bit of like The Witness, just kind of the puzzle aspect and everything. But I love games like this that kind of mess with perspective in games and do really creative things. No date on that. It just says coming soon. After Us is another game that is coming soon. No date. But this is I don't really know how to describe this game. It kind of reminds me of Nier a little bit. Like they even say that it's a surrealistic post-human world to give life on Earth a second chance. Don't really know what the gameplay is going to be like, but it looks intriguing. Then we have Street Fighter VI that they got a release date for that of June 1st. I think they actually said June 2nd, didn't they? But maybe it's like actually going to be June 1st when it launches time-wise anyway. But I have never gotten into fighting games, but this one actually looks really, really good. And I think this is going to be maybe the first game to really get me into fighting games that I'm going to try out at least. This was a big surprise. Supergiant Games, who have made incredible games in the past and recently made Hades, which was, I think, easily their biggest game that they have made. They announced Hades 2, so very interested in that. I feel bad about saying this, but I was not as big of a fan as Hades as most people were. I just couldn't really ever get into it for some reason, and I don't know why. I need to go back and give it another shot, but I know most people would agree that Hades was a fantastic game, so I'm super excited for a sequel to that. This one was maybe the biggest announcement for me that I'm most excited about. I was just talking about last week about Ghost Story Games and Kevin Levine, and I was like, what in the world is he working on? We've known that he formed a new studio shortly after he left Irrational Games after making Bioshock Infinite. He was, of course, the creator of System Shock 2 and Bioshock. So we have been waiting forever to hear what he is making. And we finally got a trailer for a new game called Judas, and it looks very heavily inspired by Bioshock. I love everything about this, and I cannot wait to see what this is. Just a couple other really quick that I have on a list here. I'll link this as well so you guys can look at it, but Bayonetta Origins is kind of a game that feels like it came out of nowhere. It's a new can I say a new Bayonetta game? I guess so. It's very different from what like the other Bayonetta games looks like. This looks like a kind of isometric camera with like a completely different art style. You'll have to just take a look at the trailer to see what this is, but it looks like it's I guess an origin story for who Bayonetta is. And then we also got the date for Jedi Survivor. That's coming March 17th. Both of those are coming on March 17th. Let's see. Nightingale was up next. Do I have that opened? Maybe I forgot to open that one, actually. This was a game that was announced back in... Oh, yeah, I do have it open right there. Well, I guess, hang on, I'll come back to that one. So, Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. This was a game that I didn't really see coming. This is from Don't Nod, of course, the developers of like Life is Strange. This game looks really, really intriguing. It looks nothing like Life is Strange. So very interested in seeing what this game is going to be like. Just a 2023 release date on that. We had Meet Your Maker. This, I didn't know anything about this, but someone in our community said that they knew about this and had kind of been following it. This is from the developers of the people that made Dead by Daylight. And this is a really intriguing idea for me. It sounds like it'll be really cool. It says it's a post-apocalyptic first-person adventure or first-person building and raiding game where every level is designed by players. And then you switch between roles as you mastermind devious maze-like outposts filled with traps and guards, and then gear up for methodical, fast-paced combat, raiding, and other players' creations. That sounds like such a cool idea. I can't wait to see more about that. We had another trailer for The Lords of the Fallen. This is the sequel to Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen, if you remember, was like really one of the first kind of Souls-like that ever came out. And it was made by... actually, I think this is a different developer. I think CI Games was actually the developer of Lords of the Fallen. I guess they're now a publisher. So Hexworks is probably like a subdivision of them, I would guess, but probably still mostly the same developers. But yeah, I'm kind of excited for this. I actually liked Lords of the Fallen. I know a lot of people weren't super hot on it. It definitely had some rough edges, but I thought it was a pretty good attempt at a Souls-like, especially for one of the first. So I'm interested to see what they do with it. This is a game that maybe I'm most hopeful for this game, that it turns out like it sounds like it's going to be. This game is called Crime Boss Rocky City. And I was talking about right before this on the stream, I was talking about how much I want a heist game. And this may be it. It's kind of a really cool premise. It sounds like you are... well, it's set in a fictional city called Rocky City that looks straight out of like Miami Vice. Like it is obviously inspired by Miami and GTA. But it looks like you are basically just... I don't know if you create a character or if it's like a set number of characters that you can play as. But you're trying to kind of work your way up in the crime boss world to become, I guess, the crime boss of this city. And it says that you pull off heists, you pull off jobs, all kinds of things like that. Chuck Norris is in this game. So many other like very high profile actors like Danny Glover. I'm completely blanking on this guy's name, but I'm sure you know who he is. Michael Rooker, Vanilla Ice. That was very random. Danny Trejo. Yeah, so I don't know. This game looks incredibly ambitious, but I'm super interested in finding out more. And then we had Atomic Heart. Of course, we've known about this one for a while as well. And we've already had the release date. This was just another trailer. Didn't I talk about this at the very start? Maybe I did. I don't remember. I've talked about so many different games today. I'm losing my train of thought. But anyway, Atomic Heart looks cool. I hope it plays like it looks. Can't wait to try it out. February 20th. Replaced is a game that was announced like 4 or 5 years ago, and then it kind of just like went away and we didn't hear about it for like 3 years. And now it's back, which I'm thrilled for because it looks really, really cool. It's a 2.5D sci-fi retro futuristic action platformer. I just love the look of this. I don't really know much about what it's about, but I love the look of it and I can't wait to find out more. And then we got the super gigantic announcement of Armored Core 6. So this has been heavily rumored to be FromSoft's next game for a long time, and we finally got it confirmed. We finally got a trailer for it. Super interested, super intrigued, I guess I should say, because I know nothing about Armored Core. But I absolutely love the FromSoft games that I've played, from Demon Souls and up. One important note to get from this is, I noticed down here it said Miyazaki will be involved in as the initial game director. Based on the initial development, Yamamura has taken over as director. So I think maybe it's good to kind of keep your expectations in check. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, but this doesn't seem like it's a full-on Miyazaki production, like Elden Ring or something like that. But Yamamura was the director. I think it said that he was the director for Sekiro, and I absolutely loved Sekiro. So I am 100% on anything that they make. Nightingale is another game that we saw back in E3. I think that was the original reveal of it, and it looks very intriguing. I feel like this one could go either way. It's an open world survival crafting game, which may turn a lot of people off like right away, but I think this one looks really ambitious, and if it comes out looking as good as it looks here, then I think I will be into it. It is going to be an early access game, so we don't even have like an initial release date for that. So whenever it comes out, it's probably going to be in early access for at least a year or more after that. But I'm still very interested to see more about that. Baldur's Gate 3, we finally got the official announcement. This is, of course, the announcement or the release date for the early access, but the official date or time frame, I guess you could say, is August 2023 now. So hopefully by the end of this year, this game will be out. It is just looking fantastic, and I can't wait to check out that game. We also got an announcement for Remnant 2, just a straight up sequel to Remnant from the Ashes. No date on that, but the first game was really good, and I didn't finish it, which I kind of wish I would. I think I do want to go back and finish it, but this looks quite a bit better than the first one, I think, and the first one was good. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this. Let's see. We also had the Diablo IV release date of June 6, 2023. Horizon Forbidden West is getting not only the VR game, but also an official expansion called Burning Shores. That's coming April 19th. And then we also got the release date for Final Fantasy XVI, which is going to be June 22nd, 2023. That is, of course, only for PlayStation at this time. It will be coming to PC probably a year later or more. It'll probably be like Epic, and then another year we'll have to wait for Steam, but that's just the way those Square Enix games go sometimes. But yeah, man, overall, I thought it was just an incredible night for announcements, and we are in such a great place, I feel like, as gamers. And I just can't wait to see and play all of these games in 2023. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you would leave a like, it'll help me a lot. And be sure and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, and check out the Twitch streams. And until next time, I will see you guys later. All right, bye guys.